Remember the last cycle when layer 1 coins like Solana, Avalanche, and Phantom saw massive gains? What if there's a coin primed for a similar trajectory? Today we're diving into Stacks, the platform that brings smart contracts to Bitcoin, positioned for significant appreciation. Whether you're pondering an investment or already on board, you'll want to watch this. We're going to dissect my thesis on Stacks, explore the tokenomics, assess the risks, and give it a comprehensive moon score. Just a heads up, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is strictly for educational purposes. Always consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. Alright, let's get into it. Stacks differentiates itself through real value accrual to its token, STX, thanks to a system where miners bid with BTC, rewarding STX stakers with actual BTC yield, which is currently around 7%. As network activity amplifies, so does the BTC yield, enhancing STX demand in a flywheel effect. Notably, there's a significant valuation gap between Stacks and Ethereum's Layer 2 solutions, highlighting Stacks' potential for growth, further fueled by initiatives like Hermetica, Alex, Arcadico, and other Stacks-based ecosystem apps. For more in-depth analysis on all of the Stacks-based ecosystem projects, as well as airdrop hunting, you should join our Moonbath Discord for updates. You're going to catch all the latest crypto trends early. The link is going to be in the pinned comments. It's all free. Alright, let's jump into the tokenomics. Stacks tokenomics are straightforward. Over a third of tokens have been in circulation since sales in 2017 and 2019, with about 75% now circulating. STX is pivotal for all blockchain activities, from transactions to smart contract executions, featuring an inflationary supply with an upcoming halving anticipated in 2025, although the date isn't set in stone yet. You can read more about this on my X post, where we cover everything that the community is discussing in regards to the halving. Some say it'll come in 2025, others say it might be pushed out to 2028. This is key and something everyone should be paying attention to. Risks. There are a lot of risks associated with investing in crypto projects, but it is up to us to determine the probabilities that these will become an issue for Stacks. The first risk is that there are new fancy zero-knowledge Bitcoin scaling solutions that will distract and take attention away from Stacks, potentially take volume and TVL away as well. The second risk is that the STX token and the SBTC token are both being used as gas. This can be seen as a headwind for price appreciation of STX. New solutions for the chain might move to using BTC as gas, as it is more aligned with the BTC ethos. The third risk is that the halving might get pushed out to 2028 or further. This is also something we go over in our X thread that you guys can check out. The fourth risk is that EVM-based competitors bring better onboarding and liquidity. And then finally, and this just came over the last few weeks, is that there's an increased appetite for Bitcoin ETFs. On-chain liquidity could be restricted if most of the new adoption happens onboarded through TradFi and ETFs. Now, let's look at where I see Stacks going forward in the coming bull run. Alright, let's make some price predictions. We're going to go over the bear case, the base case, and the bull case. These predictions are all for 2025. My bear case for the STX token is $4. In this situation, the spread between the Bitcoin L2 market cap and Ethereum L2 market cap minimizes. But instead of STX increasing in value versus Ethereum, it increases in market cap versus Ethereum while decreasing in price. A very similar situation happened back in 2018 when Canada legalized cannabis. Investors thought that investing in the US cannabis market would bring massive gains, 10x bigger market cap than the Canadian stocks, because the American market was 10x bigger. So everyone started buying US-based OTC cannabis stocks in anticipation of US legalizing or furthering on in the growth of the cannabis market. But that couldn't be further from the truth, because in reality, Canada was just overvalued for their US cannabis stocks, weren't actually going to increase in value. They increased relative as a percentage of the market cap compared to Canada, but all the stocks declined and many people lost all their money. A similar situation could happen here with Bitcoin L2s in a bear market where the ratios increase versus Ethereum L2s, but the prices actually decline because we go into a bear market. So this would be my bear case. In this situation, I still see STX token increasing from here with a token price of $4. My base case for the STX token is $10. This would be due to the reasons I covered earlier in the video, and simply due to the fact that anyone that's coming to look for a BTC layer 2 solution is going to see Stacks first. So with a 100k BTC, which is a relatively fair price target for this cycle, we should see a $10 Stacks easily. This would be in line with the L2 premium ratio between the BTC and ETH changing. Alright, and finally let's go over the bull case. In this situation, I see a $25 STX. This would assume that the halving occurs in 2025, reducing emissions and giving us a supply shock. It also assumes that the spread between the BTC and ETH layer 2s will converge, with BTC L2s being repriced upward. It also assumes that the network effect will continue to push innovation on the Stacks chain. One thing that also isn't talked about is how Stacks could soon be in line after ETH for an ETF. This would be a massive surprise and isn't too far of a reach, as STX is the only approved token from the SEC. Team analysis. Now let's take a look at the team. Stacks is a very strong organization that has been building for a long time. They have several great team members, but for the sake of time, I'm going to cover just two of them. The first, many of you in the Stacks ecosystem are going to know, but the second might be a little surprise. Firstly, Manib Ali. Manib's background makes him a perfect fit for founding Stacks. With an education in computer science and a PhD from Princeton, his expertise is undeniable. More than just smart, he's a trailblazer, securing the first SEC-approved crypto asset offering, showing he knows how to navigate tough regulations. His work laid the foundation for Stacks, proving he's not just about ideas, but making them happen. Plus, his involvement with shows like HBO's Silicon Valley adds a cool factor, showcasing his ability to blend tech innovation with mainstream appeal. Manib's mix of tech smarts, regulatory savvy, and media savvy makes him the right leader for Stacks. Now let's take a look at another team member who helps with guidance and attention. Known as the goddess of crypto, Meltem Demirors is a member of the Stacks board. She brings a wealth of experience from the digital asset world. Her background is impressive, with key roles in pioneering firms like Digital Currency Group and CoinShares, where she didn't just participate, but she led. She helped shape the direction of digital assets, investing over 250 companies. She's got a keen eye for what makes a successful venture in this space. Meltem is a respected educator and advocate for crypto, teaching at Oxford and pushing for greater understanding and adoption of digital currencies. Her prior experience in the oil and gas sector adds a unique perspective on traditional and emerging markets. What sets Meltem apart is her ability to connect with a wide audience. From her significant following on platforms like CNBC to engaging talks like bringing complex crypto concepts down to earth. Her involvement in various causes, from civil liberties to consumer privacy, shows she's not just about profit, but also making a positive impact. Meltem's blend of industry insight, advocacy, and mainstream appeal makes her a dynamic and valuable addition to the Stacks board. Not only that, she's all over X and is super loved in the industry. Community. The Stacks community has grown tremendously in 2023 and so far in 2024. The Ordinals bonanza we had in Bitcoin in early 2023 has brought a lot more eyeballs to the Stacks ecosystem in search of lower fees with Bitcoin security. We've had many people start to take advantage of this. We now have an STX20 team that is bringing the BRC20 narrative over to the Stacks. They are the same team behind S Ordinals, S for Stacks, which is a way to scale Ordinals on Stacks. We've got the BNS.BTC community. This is a big deal because we have ENS over on Ethereum for .eth names, and this is a big deal for their ecosystem. I think .BTC could bring the same over here at Stacks. We've got big crypto whales in the space who are also taking note of Stacks. The infamous Justin Sun just joined the chat. He's from Tron. Stacks also has the most inviting communities. It's great for growth. Everyone can see the potential of Stacks, and everyone's aligned on Bitcoin. Here are some more community members to keep an eye on. Tycho.btc is the guy behind the Zest protocol. He's also involved in the Stacks organization. Philip, he's from Stacking DAO and Archidaico. Jacob.btc, founder of Hermetica. Got Okfa and Oxdema. These are guys behind Honey Badger and STX20 and Sat Screener. Got Ansem, who's now also involved in the ecosystem and has been very public about it on X. He's bullish on Stacks and also holds Welsh, Stacks' favorite meme coin. Now it's clear that Stacks is not just a platform. It's a growing, vibrant community where innovation meets practicality, all built on the secure foundation of Bitcoin. The ecosystem's expansion in 2023 is just the beginning, with much more on the horizon so far in 2024. Stay tuned and keep an eye on the key players and developments as Stacks continues to build a centralized future on Bitcoin. Now let's wrap this whole analysis together and look at the Moon Score. Moon Score. Fundamentals and tokenomics. This gets a 7 out of 10. This is due to the concerns around Stacks being used as gas. If STX can be used as gas, then this may take value away from BTC. Some argue that SBTC should be the only token capable of being used as gas on STX. This could make the case that STX should not have as much value in the future. Narrative. The narrative is a 10 out of 10. Probably the best narrative for the 2024 and 2025. It's because Bitcoin finally gets a use case. Rather than being a pet rock, digital gold, this is a massive deal. It's very good for the chain, as there was initial worry that once the last Bitcoin was mined, there would be no incentive to validate the chain anymore, and security would fall off a cliff, which would put the network at risk. Plus, everyone understands how Ethereum Layer 2s work, so this isn't tough to wrap their head around. Community. Community gets an 8 out of 10. Because of the old token and new community. The community has been building like mad and has a great vibe. Lots of strong builders, great content creators, all supporting each other. I haven't found a more vibrant community in a long time. Team gets a 9 out of 10 because of the strengths of the founders of Munib. It's as simple as that. Complexity. Complexity gets a 10 out of 10. This is due to the fact that scaling is a simple idea for people. It's very easy for people to understand this, especially people that are used to the Ethereum ecosystem. Scaling is one of the most massive narratives. Same thing is about to happen on Stacks. Alright, let's wrap this up. Stacks gets a 44 out of 50 Moon Score, or 8.8 out of 10. This is a fantastic score. Can't wait to see what Stacks does in the future. It is my highest conviction play for this cycle. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Mesma00. And if you want to message me directly or find new coins before they're hot, join the Moon Math Discord.